Okay, so this is a little video about Google Classroom. And when you log in and you go to a class, first of all, to go to Classroom in your Google Apps, it's going to be this little school chalkboard looking thing, right? And when you log in, it takes you to this stream. And the stream is where there are announcements. I don't usually have very many announcements, but it is here for me to make announcements if something were going on. Like this is in November, I was doing EOCs. Now, if you click on classwork, this is where for my class you're going to see everything organized by topic. And you'll notice for me, all the materials are already in here. If you were doing a class where a teacher was doing it live, they might be adding materials as you go. You can also click here and view your work and see what all of the assignments are and what the grades are so far. Cat Canyon, my sample account, has not done any work. Okay. You have the ability to join a Google Meet from here, to look at the calendar, and to go to your Classroom Drive. So if I click Classroom Drive, that is nice because it actually takes you directly to the folder for this class, so to FD Technology Skills. So you can put your files in here, and you'll also see any files that are created for you in here. So this class, let's say that you went in, and this is a form that you fill out, and let's say that you filled out this form. In the case of filling out a form, you're not going to need to add or create anything. You will just fill out the form and answer the questions, and then once you answer the questions, you just mark it as done. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that as done. Now I want to show you another kind of assignment, okay? So I'm going to go to this assignment where I have school orientation review. And with this assignment, your task is actually to answer questions about your orientation. And I'm actually going to click view instructions. So this is where you get to open up the assignment, right? And in this assignment, and you'll find that with my assignments, I always do this. I try to do a bulleted list. So this is a list that tells you these are the steps you need to do. Attend an orientation, using the orientation slideshow. So this is your resources. Things here are your resources, and then your work, your things you have to do will be over here. Answer the questions in the assignment document, submit the assignment. So if I click here, you'll see that this is a document with some questions for me to fill out and do. When I'm done answering these questions, I'm not going to make you watch that, but if I'm done answering those questions, I can click turn in. Okay. Now, sometimes you'll have an assignment where you don't actually already have the assignment document. So an example of that would be the This I Believe essay. Okay. And this asks you to create a document. Okay, so create a Google Doc. To do that, you're going to click create, and notice I have the option here to create a doc, a slide, a drawing, or a sheet. For this one, you're going to click docs, and it's going to create a Google Doc that is attached to this lesson. So when you're done, you can turn it in. Okay, so right here is where I can write the essay. Now, let's say you didn't do it in this order. You could actually come in here and click add or create and choose a document from your drive. So if there was something you already had that you had already done, like my key terms for Algebra 1, I could take and I could attach those, right? So that is how you can attach different work to different assignments. Now, there's one more thing that you need to know. Well, a couple more things you need to know. Some assignments, you will have a project that you do where it is shared with everyone. So if you are doing group work, okay? So this is a group biography slideshow. That means everyone's slideshow in the school is on it, okay? When you open this, your job is to add a new slide to the slideshow. So when you've done that, and you've added your slide, you've done this assignment, you're just going to submit it because all of your work is in this group slideshow that's attached to the lesson, but you don't have to individually turn it in, okay? And one last thing, there are some things here that go to outside sites. For example, Edpuzzle and Newsela are two that I have in here. Newsela is the little newspaper. Edpuzzle, I have the little puzzle piece. For these, you go to an outside site that lets you do the assignment. So I would click on this, it will open up, I will do the Edpuzzle, and I will do the assignment. And then when I come back and I've submitted it, I'm just gonna mark this as done. One thing for you to really remember is mark this as done. And sometimes if you pay attention to the directions, I may tell you to put a private comment or a class comment in an assignment, okay? And you can always get bonus points by attaching notes to any assignment. So if you're looking to get 100% in every assignment here, you can do that by attaching notes. You can either take them digitally on a document while you're doing the class, or you can take them on paper and give them to me on paper. Okay, so I'm looking forward to you doing great in this classroom, and I hope this gives you a good overview for how you're going to work through Google Classroom in this class.